right, guys, welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day. Sorry there was not a video earlier in the day, but I was up so late last night and could not make a video, so I decided to just wake up this morning and make one. And so we've got a good bit to talk about. Not as many topics, but a lot of good juicy topics that I want to really discuss today. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new as always, and let's jump right into it. Also, I think I'm getting sick, so sorry if my voice sounds a little groggy. First thing that I wanted to mention here, this was actually just I think this was hilarious. This was coming from Nate saying girls who think that men being good at video games is attractive. Trust me, it works both ways. This was a little clap back coming from Nocturnal, says wait till you actually get good, and then a triple clap back from ImperialHal saying and still lose to TSM. And then people are trying to clown on him, you know, you switch to controller, little bro. And then ImperialHal saying you literally post clips of you shooting stationary targets with your whole arm, little bro. But regardless, I mean, even if ImperialHal has switched to controller, I mean, they're winning. You know, they're in first place right now for the Pro League from North American side. You cannot argue the fact that they look good despite on whatever he is playing on. And we know that TSM has been a top team with him on mouse and keyboard as well. So it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, I guess pick your poison. Now, I also wanted to mention this. This was a little crazy. So Snip3down, currently on Team FaZe, I'm sure you guys know, obviously Snip3down made this post yesterday. And the thing that really concerned me here is I saw no update at all. So he said, so I have no idea what's going on here. I cannot log into Steam or Origin. I re-downloaded on both as well as repair. Do we have any experts here that could help me? This was tagged Josh and Hideouts, obviously Hideouts being Apex Security. So he should have been able to get that fixed pretty quickly. But he also made a follow-up response saying this is directly related to my main account somehow, as I was just able to sign into a Smurf, but I still cannot sign in on my main. So the thing that I was wondering here is, did he sign into his main account and it linked to a Smurf? Like, was the account relinked somehow? Or, you know, was it a situation where he just said, I don't know what's going on my main, let me try Smurf. Okay, the Smurf works, but my main still doesn't work. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But regardless, it looks like maybe his account was hacked. Maybe his account was disabled. Maybe, I doubt it was banned, obviously, because at the end of the day, it is Snip3down. But I also was concerned because there was no response from the guys that he tagged, and no one from, you know, any of the respawn teams, you know, trying to help here. I did not see anybody, so it's kind of concerning. Hopefully he was able to get it back, but regardless, he has made no updates as well. I checked his Twitter page, no tweet replies, no nothing. So I don't really know what the latest is. This was the latest tweet that he did post, and hopefully they will find a way to fix that soon. Some people are even, you know, kind of trolling here. So, sorry to say it, bud, but rollers are banned in 2023. So a lot of memes in the comments here. But yeah, it seems like it's like a dev problem, and I just didn't see any response. And I don't know what the latest is over on Snip3down. Like I said, we have not seen anything, unfortunately. Now, one of the bigger topics that I really wanted to discuss today, my gosh, this is a good one. So Albralelie, you guys know TSM Albralelie. I still don't understand why he's a content creator for TSM, but yet he's been on Cloud9, Liquid, and FaZe after TSM. It's insane. However, this is what he posted yesterday. New Year's goal: find the team that I fit with and finish out my Apex career with them. That's a very commendable thing. Obviously, we know Albralelie has not had the best run with teams. He's been on all sorts of teams, and I know he's wanting to find his place. Next time that I join a team officially, I want that to be my end game. Tired of moving around and not having a true team identity. I want something that lasts with everyone and to be motivated to be the best. Now, this was also kind of a situation where I was wondering, you know, is someone going to bring up the past? Is someone going to talk about how Albralelie kind of threw the bag in some cases? Because Albralelie's had a weird one. He's not voluntarily left all the teams. Some teams, actually most of the teams that he, you know, was removed from, he was removed by other players. They voted to get rid of him. So I can't understand how some people were in the comments just making a bunch of accusations here. But regardless, I think some of these are worth noting. Steady Mill made a response here. Bro, you are arguably the most dominant esports of all time, and you weren't even committed to it. At this point, it's just hard to believe anything, especially, obviously, I'm assuming from Matt, considering that he's posting all this. He was like, yes, that was 3 years ago. I was barely 19. Believe it or not, people do grow up and go through things. You make mistakes and you learn. What did you do when you were 19? I thought that was where you made the mistake. Don't ask this guy. You know, just don't get into it. I could see that. Obviously, you made a mistake, and at least he's calling out his own mistake. The whole TSM situation, Albralelie should have never, ever left that situation. Unfortunately, it happened, and unfortunately, he's dealing with the repercussions of it now. However, Steady Mill made a response. You know, I was not in a position like you were to succeed, And obviously I'm assuming Seti is assuming here that if he was in that position, he would have been totally committed to it. And that's obviously easier said than done. Obviously, I'm not saying, you know, one person would or wouldn't, but I can't speak for Albralelie. I understand that competing is really hard at the end of the day. So he said, basically, you know, I made some great decisions that led me there. I made one major mistake. Why does that define who I am today? But regardless, this was not the only guy. JMeyels was, you know, one of the main guys, but there was a lot of people also saying the same thing, calling him out and saying that, you know, you weren't committed. It's your fault. You know, you're the reason you can't find a good team to be on. And then Albralelie made a retweet here saying, no shot, I am getting clowned for this. I swear Apex players are some of the most insufferable subhumans imaginable, especially on New Year's of all times. Y'all have got to stop spreading this negative energy, and I actually feel sorry for you negative people. So one thing that I really wanted to note, because, you know, Saucer was also here saying, you know, only non-competitors would understand and post something dumb like this. And I think that people really have a hard time putting themselves in a competitive mindset or what the competitive scene is really like. At the end of the day, it's not just playing with a bunch of buddies. It's not just competing with your friends. It is a business, honestly. Like, that's kind of hard for people to look at it as, but it really is a business, because the org that pays you, which allows you to do this full time and puts a lot more energy into this, they're looking for a return on investment. So you need to place well, you need to get sponsors, you need to be a bigger team, you need to consistently place well so that your name's in the limelight a little bit more, so that you can get sponsors, so that you can basically make that ROI for that organization. Because if not, what happens? Exactly like Cloud9, exactly like Team Liquid, they all begin to leave the scene. And once again, like we discussed the other day, you know, you had Snip3down saying that he thinks teams are leaving because of that bad ROI, and then ImperialHal saying that he thinks teams are leaving because they just simply suck. I think if teams were better, they would have a better ROI as well. So it's just kind of one of those things where I guess it's a double whammy at some point. But regardless, at the end of the day, I thought it was worth noting that Albralelie is really stuck in a rut trying to find a new team, and also getting clowned for doing so. And then obviously Snip3down to the account getting disabled, hacked, whatever it was. I thought that was absolutely insane. Make sure to like the video if you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new as always. I also wanted to mention the Apex comp scene, mainly NA. I'm trying to partner with some other people that know a little bit more about the ALGS scene and the, you know, competitive roster changes that are happening, you know, maybe even some, you know, tier 2 organizations that are making roster changes, people that are having to go through the challenger circuit that we know are good. I'm trying to partner with some people that know a little bit more about all of that, so that they can kind of help with the information and making sure that it's accurate, because I know some things that I've talked about on this channel already have kind of been a little meh, because, you know, I'm kind of new to the scene as well. I'm trying to learn it all again because it's been so long since I was a part of it. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for understanding. And hopefully we will have some good partnerships soon to get some better and more accurate, and also some more like analytical information. I can't wait for all of that. So like the video if you guys did enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you're new as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. We are about 1 month away today from the LAN in London. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Later, Gators.